Welcome to another episode of the Louisville Bulls franchise. Today we take on the Seattle Seahawks at Bull Field in Kentucky. In Louisville, Kentucky. It's time to see what happens and if your Bulls can move to 7-2. Thank you all for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all at halftime for the stat check.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up next, we'll see Kenneth Walker. He was steady for him on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Seahawks and the Bulls, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and the world-renowned city of Louisville, Kentucky. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We're all set to go, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Bulls of Louisville. Hi again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, joining you as always. And Charles, you check out this Louisville team.
They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And we will not have a return here to start. Thanks to the new rule, the fair catch will bring this out to the 25-yard line.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
And bringing them out is one of the most exciting players in the NFL every season. A former MVP, it's Lamar Jackson.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play 1 there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
So the Seahawks ready to take over on offense, and it is a first-time Pro Bowler who leads them out, Charles, in his 11th year now, Geno Smith.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there,
on the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players in one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. I mean, you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
And Lockett going to pick up a Seahawks first down as the tackle is made right at the 25-yard line. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago.
22 carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Out of the gun, Smith. And that will be incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? Five defensive
DBs.
backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
Double
dime.
it.
A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
And we saw that advantage right there. The numbers for Hill a week ago. 9 carries, 85 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against a number.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away.
Returning it, Justice Hill. The dangerous Hill now to return.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's Louisville set to take over on offense.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. Out of the pistol. Here's Hill. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
You talk about this Seahawk defense.
This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Hill one more time. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Jackson going to keep it running right.
Strong run, but they get to him just beyond the 40. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, Did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game. Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
A short one there, caught by Likely. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jordan Stout now. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Back to throw, Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Walker now on first. And it's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. But you look at this defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
He finds the rookie, Zay Flowers. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, and it's our home team with possession. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the option right is Jackson. Oh, he shifts past him. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That will go for 9 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. They'll run straight ahead with Hill. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Smith.
Smith and Jigba with a grab.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down, Seahawks.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
53.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Adafe Owe able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing now is Geno. And this is going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Geno. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's taken down inside the 30. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Geno now to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Smith.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he missed it. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 10.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. But they find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
That one good for 15 and a first.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Now a 10th carry for Hill.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson rolling to his right. Complete to Likely on the out route. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards, the final tally.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. To throw is Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And complete to Smith and Jigba. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. And they'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Left side complete to Lockett. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. So we've come upon past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
A first half for both offenses that would halftime that both offenses would like to forget. Jackson 6 of 10 with 2 picks. Geno Smith 8 for 15. Rushing 11 for 57 for Justin Hill, 4 for 29 for Lamar Jackson, and only 5 yards rushing for Kenneth Walker. The only touchdown of the game, a pick 6. And now let's get you back for the second half.
For quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. 3rd quarter begins with a run by Walker. There he goes, right side. Now he's loose at the 40, and he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run again with Walker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Throwing is Smith. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
Now right where this setup down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Here's Smith.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Now a shotgun handoff to Hill. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Hill running right. He juked him. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Here's Hill again on second down.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And once again, Hill, he's been busy. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's Hill again on second down.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Jackson looking to throw on third. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Isaiah Likely.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Bulls are back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Smith. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because Your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
There'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. First down, and it's Hill again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. That one into the hands of Flowers. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Now carry number 20 here for Hill. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll run for it with Hill, and he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Smith. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. Down the left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. 71 yards. And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Myers connects on the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. So here's Louisville set to take over on offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack and
taking it right down Broadway. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Holding offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Right side, there's Likely with it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Hill again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now here on EA Sports. as we're about ready to rock and roll for the fourth and final quarter. And this offense on third down today, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Eluding the pressure right. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So the victory here for
So we end up losing to the Seahawks, who are a good football team. They were 4-3 on the end of this game. Yes, we probably should have beat them, but, you know, self-inflicted mistakes certainly didn't help. Lamar Jackson needs 30. Oh my God. 252, 2 touchdowns along with 2 picks. No rushing touchdowns today. Anyway, that'll do it for me. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode of the Louisville Bulls franchise.